After the release of Ninja Theory's DMC Devil May Cry, or Devil May Edgelord, in 2013, it almost feels like Capcom had finally put the series to rest after the game got a poor reputation from fans. It was his new look, obviously. But then at Microsoft's E3 2018 press conference, Capcom announced that the series will be returning to its roots with a proper 5th installment. Now the game is finally among us on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. But has this old demon killer learned some new tricks for a new generation of gamers? Welcome to the HUD everyone, I'm Zacharoni, and today I'll be going through some of the features the game has to offer. So without further ado, please be seated, and here are the toppings on Devil May Cry 3, aka Devil May Cry 4, aka Devil May Cry 5. And if you didn't understand the joke, go watch my second helpings on all 4 Devil May Cry games, and then it will make sense to you. Wink, wink. Throughout the past 19 years, Dante, the demon killer, has managed to hold his own against some of the biggest threats on Earth. But after accepting an assignment from Morgan Morrison, it looked like he had met his match when he came face to face with Urizen, who claims to be the king of all demons and had taken over the city. Which I believe is in England because the steering wheels of the cars are presented on the right. Yeah, they're definitely in England. My country. Meanwhile, DMC's 4's protagonist, Nero, is after Urizen as well, because he believes that he steals his demon arm after ripping it off of him. Gruesome. Luckily though, he is accomplished by his new friend, can't really confirm if she is his new girlfriend, Nico, who had given him a new set of arms called Devil Breakers, for a small profit of course. As for Urizen, he got this information from new character V, a dark-wearing demon hunter who has the power to command his demon animal friends in battle, and one of them is named Griffin, who might give Iago from Aladdin a run for his money for wide-cracking bird of all time in fiction. But if anyone wants more story info, then you can check on the letters, profiles, and documentaries in the gallery section highlighted as library. And if anyone's new to the series, then you can check out a video that recaps the entire series. Or, just like Kingdom Hearts, you can just check the many timeline videos that have been posted on YouTube really. Just like previous games, Devil May Cry 5 is a hack-and-slash action game where the structure is straightforward and you are presented with missions that you need to get from point A to B. But your path is blocked by random demons and you can only proceed if all demons are disposed of, ultimately ending with a boss fight that is twice the size as the protagonist. And during these battles, you are shown a letter grade for how well you are doing, from creating combos to avoiding attacks from demons, and to how quickly you finish the session. At the end of each mission, you are given a letter grade on how well you did, and you are rewarded with red orbs to spend at Nico's shop for new moves, combos, and blue orbs to add an extra health bar. But if you do fall in battle, then you have the option to revive yourself with red orbs that change the price every time you use it. Or you can use a gold orb that can be found in the shops or the environment, but it will affect your letter grade at the end of each mission. You play as Neo throughout the game, but you also play as Dante and V in certain chapters, and in some missions you can pick between 2 characters that are featured in the same mission. And now you might be asking, how does online work in this game? Well, it kinda works like Journey, where you enter a certain mission and you run into that character on the other side of the spectrum that is controlled by another human player. In fact, to point this out, some missions will take place before the mission you completed. So one moment you see V fighting against demons on a bridge, only in the next mission you are playing as V in the same area you saw him. Though I didn't see the player who played a Neo in that mission. Maybe they were too fast and they were like a boss in this game. So kudos to you player, I'll give you a good solid rating after that mission. Finally, if you explore the area, you can find secret missions where you are presented with special objectives, like defeating all enemies before time runs out, or you have to get through the end without touching the ground. And your reward is a fragment of a blue orb, and if you collect 4 of them, then you are rewarded with an extra health bar. From the destroyed city to the hideous creature design, no offense by the way, the game presents itself with photorealistic 3D graphics that is powered by the RE engine. Yep, the same engine that was used in Resident Evil 7. The game runs well at 60 frames per second, however, I should point out that the game can have a hard time keeping up with the action, particularly with online sessions with random players. While Kota Suzuki is lead composer for the soundtrack, each of the 3 characters has their own fight songs that are done by Casey Edwards, Cody Matthew Johnson, and Jeff Ronner. For the voice cast, it featured Brian Hanford as V, Faye Keasley as Nico, Joey Conman as Morrison, Brad Venable as Griffin, and Ruben Lingun and Johnny Yumbosh, who reprise their roles as Dante and Neo. As for options, you can alter the volume for music, sound effects, and voices, set dynamic range from large to small, adjust the game's brightness, display subtitles that comes with 12 languages, and change the voices from English to Japanese. As for PC options, you can alter the screen resolution from 640 to 3840, set the display to full screen Windows or boundless Windows, alter the frame rate from 60 to variable, activate VSync and motion blur, and adjust bits of the environment like textures and shadows. Like I said in the game's structure, you play as 3 characters in certain chapters who play differently to one another. So let's run them down one by one with their own control setup, shall we? Neo has a melee attack and a gun attack that can be charged up for extra damage. But the new addition to Neo's arsenal are the Devil Breakers, just like I mentioned earlier, that are the replacements to a demon arm that works differently, depending on which one you are using. And they have 2 types of attacks that are tied to one button or key. Pressing it will do a standard attack like force pushing demons back or turning it into a metal whip, but holding it down will do a special attack like changing it into a devastating laser beam. Though if you do that, it will destroy the arm that you are using, and if you use it when demons attacking you, it will destroy it as well. But luckily, you take less damage from doing it, and it's automatically changed to the next arm. You can equip up to 3 arms in any order, but you can increase your arsenal by purchasing new slots. Oh, and if that arm you were using was destroyed, then you'll be given a new one on your path, or you have to buy a replacement at the shop. For Dante, he plays similar to past games where he gets new weapons on the way, but instead of Devil Breakers like Neo has, he used styles that change his playstyle that can be switched with the D-pad or key. Trickster allows him to do a special dash to avoid enemy attacks, Royal Guard can block incoming attacks, Swordmaster gives him special melee attacks, and Gunslinger allows him to increase the attack power for his guns. Plus, he can activate his Devil Trigger to deal double damage, but you can only activate it if you have 3 purple bars lighting up that are displayed underneath the health bar, and finding purple orbs will increase the gauge. V is the odd one out of the 3 characters. Instead of him attacking, he can summon Shadow and Griffin to do the fighting for him. Shadow is the attacker, while Griffin is the ranger of the group. And if the purple gauge is full, then he can summon his tank companion Nightmare for a short amount of time. However, while your companions can do the fighting, V needs to deliver the finishing blow until their bodies is glowing. But if Shadow and Griffin are down, then V will have to stay alive until they are fully recovered, which is displayed on the top left corner. You can attack a number of demons who stand in front of you, something that some modern action games lack. But if you want to focus on one demon, then you can use the lock-on system to target them, and you can switch targets by pressing the analog stick or key. Each character starts off with a 4-button combo, but later you can learn special combos that requires you to pause for one moment and then press it again for an extra links of combos. But if you feel like you need to master the system before going into a mission, then you can practice in the void that shows you the button inputs and change the behavior of the AI. The game will cost you £44.99 on PC, PS4 and Xbox One that requires 35GB of storage on PC, while 33GB on PS4 and Xbox One. That comes with 49 achievements and trophies. But what about DLC? Well, aside from the extra blue and red orbs that you can get, there is the Deluxe upgrade that comes with 4 Devil Breakers for Nero, a new skin for one of Dante's weapons, free battle music from Devil May Cry 1 to 4, alternative voices for the style rank announcer and title calls, and the option to change the cutscenes to live action, which will come to you at £11.99. But if you want this and the full game, then you can get it for £52.99 altogether digitally. Well, that's some of the features that I can tell you right now, but if there are some that I have missed, let me know in the comments, and I hope this will give you an idea of what you'll be getting for your money. Check back with me later, and I'll tell you what I think of Devil May Cry 5 in a second helping video, and if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, and I'll see you next time.